You're like, why the F did I do that?
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean, sucks to burn the F out of your hand because you just raw dogged some bolognese. That's
pretty dumb. Pretty dumb.
Hello and welcome to Whipped Cream Salmon. I'm your boy Brian Bastanza, joined as always with my boy Ronnie Sanchez.
Hello.
This is the podcast where we talk about all things food, friends, and fuckery, and animals. How are you doing, Ronnie?
I'm so good.
It's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Yeah.
I was supposed to work a double today, and then as I was walking out of work last night, I was told that I don't have to work a double today, so that's pretty dope.
Ooh, nice. That's why we're able to record this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a little Saturday morning record going. We're going to crush some beers, talk about some food stuff, I imagine.
I gotta
Usually.
get a beer.
You got a beer?
Yeah, I don't have a beer.
Were you not going to drink a beer? You don't have to.
Well, peer pressure.
I'm actively telling you that you don't have to drink a beer.
Now, well, don't twist my arm. I'll think about it.
Well, we're going to leave. Now's the time.
No, I'm not. I got coffee still.
Okay.
I'm drinking coffee today.
Let the ledger reflect that Ronnie is not drinking a beer on today's episode while Brian drinks a beer and holds this podcast afloat.
Yeah, have one for me. I do have to work at 3 o'clock, so it is now 12 o'clock.
I will be drinking the Singha right here.
Beautiful.
I might drink two.
Yeah,
because Ronnie's a pussy. What? Huh?
Have one for me.
My sister's coming into town.
It's exciting.
She's on the road right now. That's exciting.
Does she know that she's ruining boys' weekend?
Oh, I'll have to scold her when she gets here.
Have to tell her
bad. We're gonna do some fun things. We're gonna, cook some dinners at the house, maybe whatever. We'll go out a couple times. Want to take her to this pho spot that I love, Pho How in Charlotte. Probably saying that wrong.
Yeah.
Some extra squiggles on top of those letters, so
Now you tried to take me there that one time. There was a storm that rolled through Charlotte, and there was down power lines and trees across the road and shit, and there was no power in that area of town. So
the whole city,
yeah, wild.
It was like the Texas freeze, but it was the Charlotte. It was just a storm, right? It was just a regular storm. I mean, a heavy storm.
Just a regular old storm. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Sam was like, "Oh, we should make some pizza," and I was like, "Oh, I got a guy that knows a lot about pizza nowadays." So maybe we can
tall,
discuss.
Handsome, strong.
Yep.
He's probably super strong.
Super
really
strong. Yeah, well endowed. All the important things. But I did want to pick your brain about some dough. I mean, drop some knowledge bombs on me. How should I make this dough? When should I make it? And when should I, for the pizza that I'm going to make in a few days? I imagine maybe it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Probably make it on Tuesday or Monday. And in that case, you've talked about 72-hour ferments, 48-hour ferments. What's the rec that you got? Also, do you have a recipe that you love?
I have a really great app, and since I don't have a readied tip for today,
okay,
I'll revisit this later. But I'll send you this app, and it's a pizza calculator, and you just simply input the kind of pizza you want. And you can choose from New York, Neapolitan, has several different other kinds. And it also has modifications for home oven.
Nice. Yeah. Cause I'm not fancy like you. I don't got the outdoor pizza oven. I'm just going, max heat in the regular oven, 550, and send it. I do have the stone, but yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a really cool way to do it. I think if you're gonna go a Neapolitan style, because
what should I do in the regular oven? I'm most interested in getting the best results. So whatever type of pizza that is,
right,
that's what I would like to make.
I could be wrong, but I think probably a Neapolitan might be the best option for a home oven. Because I feel like Neapolitan, I might be wrong, and there might be like people that know a lot more about pizza than me, like yelling at their radios.
Probably not a lot. I mean, maybe 15
people that know more about pizza than me.
Of that 15 people listening, maybe a one or two are yelling at their speaker. Yeah.
Well, so like good Neapolitan pizza, like the mark of good Neapolitan is it's like fresh baked bread, so it's got like good chew to it, where like it's not as crispy as like a New York style pizza, or it doesn't have that like crunch. So you might be better off with that. And I think with Neapolitan pizza, you really want 48 to 72 hour ferment time on it.
Okay. And that's a double O flour for that? Double O pizza. Is there a difference between double O pizza flour and double O pasta flour, or it's all just double O?
I don't know. When I see that on shelves in stores, I'm always like, my brain is like, oh, well, I should grab the one that says pizza. But then I get nervous that there's something like modified in it, whether it like has some kind of like instant yeast added to it already, or it's like, so when you see self-rising flour, like I should grab that. But then you're like, but why? What did they do to it?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly have no idea. We at work now, we use a double O Americana flour, and we're more like a New York style. So I don't really know what that means. And if I had to guess, I would think that it's probably double O refers to like the fineness of the flour. I think it might be like a finer bread flour, but I could be wrong.
Right, because the fineness doesn't necessarily reflect the protein content of the flour. Right. Yeah. So you could have the same grind of a bread flour that you could a cake flour, and maybe that makes it double O, but it's not the double O you're looking for. These are not the double O's you're looking for.
Yeah. So I don't really know. For the style pizza that we make at work, I've talked a little bit about, we just do a 24-hour ferment, but when I've done Neapolitan pizza, we do 48 to 72 hour cold ferment. So it's slow fermentation in your refrigerator. The fermentation we do at my pizza shop, or the place I work, we do a 24-hour like room temperature ferment. So it's definitely like a lot more active and fast acting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean,
so
go either way, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, counter space is a little more available than fridge space usually, but
yeah,
work that out. I have another thing to brainstorm.
Okay.
In the pizza department is, so we talked about this last episode. Both of us have a bunch of basil going at the house. Sam was like, we should make a pesto pizza. I felt like with pesto, if you're making pasta, is basically something that like you make your pasta and then you're basically just dressing the pasta with the pesto, right? Because like pesto generally just has a ton of olive oil in it that can break, and you're not really like in a pan like tossing the pesto with the pasta over heat, really. I mean, maybe sometimes you are, only a little bit. You maybe add some water to it and do that, but really like essence of
right at the end.
Right. And like it really should be warm enough to eat, but it shouldn't be broken, and it certainly shouldn't get brown, and that would happen if you're cooking pesto, right?
Yeah.
So should I make a modified pesto, maybe with a less amount of olive oil than normal? That sounds pretty right. Maybe with like honestly water as a substitute.
Maybe you can do like a ricotta base pie, and then when it comes out of the oven, hit
Just
it with
pesto it.
some pesto.
Squeeze bottle it. That's pretty
Yeah, you
nice.
could do that. Yeah. It would maintain the freshness of the pesto and keep it from like running, I think.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you even see these, you'll be on the gram and you'll see like these pizzas that are tomato sauce based pizzas, but then like also have like a pesto element to them as well. I've seen that a lot.
Okay.
Could even do red sauce cheese squiggled pesto. Probably be pretty tasty too.
Could be.
Ronnie skeptical.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical about that one.
Yeah.
We do a tomato pie at work.
You do?
Yeah. Usually you get like each pie gets like one full scoop of sauce. The tomato pie gets two.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thick layer of sauce, and then freshly sliced garlic over the top, and
no cheese.
I don't know if I would ever order it, but it comes out and it looks really good every time.
Interesting. Do you do some like some grated parm on top when it comes out or something?
No. We also, I think that's actually like a New Haven thing, is the tomato pie.
I think yeah, for sure. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
But also like I think those New Haven pizzas also have cheese on them, just a less amount of cheese. I've heard Portnoy talk about New Jersey being
a tomato pie,
but the New Haven kind of has it's a little different, but I agree it looks like that, right? It's like when those New Haven pizzas come out, they look very red.
Yeah. I mean, and I've had pizza in New Haven where there was cheese on it like a normal pizza. But then like the tomato pie is like another thing that you can order, and I don't think it has any cheese. I think it's just tomato, or the tomato sauce on it. Now, if I was ordering it, yeah, maybe I would sprinkle some parm on mine, but I don't know. Comes out, it looks really good. Our sauce, I think, is really good too. So,
do you want to give me a quart or something? What about the sauce? Let's talk sauce. I mean, I've done pizzas with like basically you just like burr up the can of San Marzano with some spices and salt and like just use it kind of like fresh tomato sauce. That's an option for a style of pizza. A lot of times when I make red sauce, I'm like cooking it for hours, like adding like as much water to the tomatoes and then reducing it back down, maybe multiple times, like a long cook with garlic and onions and stuff. And that's useful for, I don't know, just a really flavorful, well-developed like sauce. Maybe, even at Plum Checks, we did like our San Marzano sauce had a bunch of red wine in it. And that was really good. Strong feelings about the type of sauce that gets used on pizza. And what have you learned since working in pizza for the past month? You've been there a month?
Yeah, about a month. I do. And this is something that I've been familiar with for quite a while, but most pizza makers will tell you that a raw sauce is the way to go with pizza.
Okay.
So
it's easy.
Definitely don't cook it. Yeah. And true Neapolitan pizza, they're like, I forget what it's called, but there's like that like stamp of approval that like, if you're like a true Neapolitan pizza spot, like basically everything that you use has to have that stamp. And it's like the Neapolitan Pizza Society deems that like these are like acceptable things to use in order to make a Neapolitan pizza, so, and that goes down to like the mixer even will have the stamp on it. But true Neapolitan pizza, you're only allowed to use in the dough, flour, salt, water, and yeast. So, pretty standard. Some people, some pizza places will add oil or, I don't know, a number of other ingredients. But for true Neapolitan pizza, only those 4 ingredients. For your sauce, the only thing that you're allowed to use is real San Marzano tomatoes. So your tomatoes have to have that stamp, and sea salt. So no other ingredients are allowed to go into the sauce.
Interesting.
For it to be like true Neapolitan pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to be a stickler for the true.
No, I don't think you need to, and I think it's a little bit silly.
I mean, I probably in the past I've done, I'm not going to get special salt for this. I'll just use the kosher salt that we have.
Yeah.
But I put some garlic powder in there, some onion powder, maybe some dried oregano. We have fresh basil. We can add some fresh basil in there. That's kind of black pepper, stuff like that. Maybe a little. I love a spicy red too. Some chili flakes in there. Yeah, for sure. I like that, especially if you make it ahead of time and you let it sit for a little bit. Maybe I'll do that today or tomorrow and just let it sit in the fridge for a couple of days.
I like to finish my pizza with a little bit of Calabrian chili oil.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That's nice.
Or pepperoni pizza with the hot honey, or if you don't have the hot honey, just a drizzle of honey and the Calabrian chili oil. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Solid.
Have you used your pizza oven much?
Not since I started.
Now that you're just pizzaing all day, you don't want to come home and make pizzas as soon as you get home? That's weird.
No, and I was just saying, I haven't really cooked at home much recently. Dude, it's just been, I don't know, we're in the middle of summer here in North Carolina. It's really hot outside. And then also we've been just getting a ton of rain in the evening. So even days where I'm thinking about maybe I want to go and cook something, it's hasn't really been great weather. We did cook. I made some burgers outside the other day.
Nice.
So, I got the flat top out on the Camp Chef, and I made some burgers really quick. But that was a pretty quick process. I didn't have to. The pizza oven, we've talked about it. You have to get that thing hot for a good 30, 45 minutes before you can even really use it. So. No, I haven't. haven't used the pizza oven in a minute.
You'll find uses. We're gonna find a ton of uses for that sucker.
I was hoping this weekend have the boys over, but
I started prepping for dinner this morning. Got a whole chicken, kind of spatchcocked it, and seasoned it up, and it's sitting in the fridge right now. Hope that'll go until, and just kind of dry brine for 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. Nice. Probably ideally you would want that to go overnight. But this will be better than nothing. And usually just a regular chicken roasted is pretty dang good. I was going to make kind of a not really, but kind of congri, congri. It's a Cuban rice and beans dish.
Okay. Yeah.
Rice and black beans, usually some pork, bacon, or some other, pork product. Sofritos. I was gonna make that tonight along with the chicken. And some vegetables. That should be a pretty good time. I got some little tacos, so we might cut that up into a little meat and make some tacos out of it.
Oh yeah,
be a pretty good time.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Your boy loves a whole roasted chicken, dude.
I know.
It just warms my heart.
All about it.
Yeah, It's almost the easiest preparation. It's super intimidating, I think, to someone who isn't a cook, right? I don't know how many I don't know that my mom's ever made a whole roasted chicken. We did turkey on Thanksgiving, and my dad kind of took that on. She definitely could. It's not that challenging. But there's something about it that like is like a deterrent for home cooks, maybe. What do you think?
Dude, well, and like the funny thing about Thanksgiving, and I'm sure we've touched on this, but like so many people cook on Thanksgiving that otherwise don't cook. You know, they're like, but it's like an obligation. You're like, oh, Thanksgiving, I have to cook a Thanksgiving meal. And cooking a turkey is like, it's not an easy thing to do.
It's advanced. Yeah.
Like, it's super easy to overcook your turkey. It's super easy to dry it out. It's super easy to undercook it. You know, like, and there's also like a decent amount of equipment that you need to be able to cook a fucking 20-pound bird.
Sure.
You know, like,
you need special rat. You need like, you know, maybe like a pan that has walls that fits a rack in it, but not too tall because like you don't want it to steam the bottom of the chicken. Yeah,
you need things, you know. So, yeah, and I'm sure that's why everybody, dude. If you poll the United States like their favorite to least favorite items in a Thanksgiving dinner, like, turkey is definitely at the bottom of that list. Maybe not the very bottom, but it's pretty fucking low on the list because
you're talking about a nationwide polling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many people don't like turkey because they're like, oh, it's so dry. Yeah, because you don't
made
know
it
how to
dry.
cook a turkey. Yeah.
You know, you control that
because your grandmother overcooked the turkey every year, your entire life. That's why you don't like it.
Well, I mean, maybe this is a little bit to what we talked about last episode, but like I think you'll get a lot of the instructions will tell you to pull this thing out at like over 165, right? Like 170, 175, 180 sometimes I've seen like, and maybe the reason for that is, which is true, the breasts or the legs and thighs, the dark meat can and should take more heat than the breast. So maybe they're trying to be like, oh, like we need the legs and thighs to be at 165. Therefore, if we tell people to pull it out at 180, then those will definitely be cooked, which if you pull out the breast at 180, it'll be a cooked bird for sure. Probably won't be great, but it'll be a cooked bird. And in reality, like, most of the time when you're cooking chicken, say just like an airline breast or just a thick breast, like you probably pull that out at like, I don't know, I usually say like 158 would be like a good time to pull that out. That's going to carry up to 165 and it'll be, you know, perfect, just past pink. It'll be great. Tough, like I said, though, tougher to do when you have legs and thighs that like really should be cooked a little differently. Now, I mean, am I going to separate the breasts from the legs and thighs and cook those differently? Then not necessarily. I don't typically do that. When I cook a whole chicken, I kind of cook the whole chicken. But I'd probably pull a whole chicken out at 161 or 2.
Yeah.
Definitely be good. I mean, you know, we said this a lot, but like if you brine your bird, like then you can push it further. The breasts further, and they're still going to come out juicy and moist. You know, I didn't do that today. I am dry brining it, but I don't know that will fully like.
I think it does though.
You think so?
I do, and like I've started. I don't know the last time I've like wet brined something at home. I kind of almost exclusively dry brine at home, just because it's just easier than having like a big old, like a gallon of chicken juice in your refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can go either way, I guess, but.
Yeah, there's been points where, not so much recently. I mean, a lot of times I'd say like, oh, you should always have just quarts of brine. I think I probably do have a couple quarts of brine in the freezer. But you're right that I haven't been using them as often, and I don't know if it's a regular like a chicken breast and you just want to eat some dinner, like you can cook a good without brining it. You can still like cook a really good chicken breast.
Yeah, There's a difference between like brining a couple of chicken breasts and a whole bird.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's a lot easier to brine 2 chicken breasts than an entire bird in there.
Mm-hmm. I think I've screwed up the brine a couple times by leaving the thing in there for too long.
Oh yeah.
Didn't like ruin it, but it like there's sugar in there, there's aromatics in there, lemon, which is also affecting the structure of the chicken a little bit, right? Like that's like kind of almost cooking it a little bit, and
you just eat it right out of the brine.
Yeah. And I've definitely like pulled some out and cooked it, and one it like didn't cook the way that I wanted it, or I don't know, like looked weird. The skin looked kind of weird, but also like has this like other flavor that's, edible and not even like awful, but just like a little like, oh, this has more of that brine flavor than it does chicken flavor a little bit, which I don't remember in the restaurant. I remember us just like leaving the airlines that we were going to do, like cook like in brine until we needed them, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe, and I'm also super loosey-goosey with my brine recipe, right? I'm just solid.
Just throwing it together.
Yeah, I'm not like measuring anything.
I know, and the restaurant too, like you probably like burn through it so fast that it's not really in there for maybe as long as you think it is, but
yeah, and they're packed in there, so they're kind of touching each other, so they're not fully like taking everything, right? They're not like fully swimming like you'd be in the ocean.
Yeah.
With your swimmies on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how you get all the crannies.
With your swimmies.
Water wings.
Rochelle's been gone this week. She left on Wednesday. Today is Saturday.
We miss you, Rochelle.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody to make me breakfast. Now that I'm alone, I don't have the desire to like cook for myself at home, you know?
Oh, totally.
If I have somebody else here, then I feel much more, I don't know. I have a much greater desire to cook because I guess, cooking is my love language, and it's how, I show affection, and I don't know, it makes you feel good to feed people. That's why we cook, right? Like
agreed.
It's a big part of it. So if I don't have anybody to cook for, I'm like, no, I don't feel like firing up the grill or like making something. My mind just goes blank, especially now. Like I'm also trying to figure out this like nighttime protocol of like what I'm going to eat when I get home from work, because I was working mornings for quite a while, but now that I'm on the night schedule and I get home at a pretty decent time, I get home like 9:15. So it's really not that late.
Oh, not bad.
No, for night shifts, it's really pretty good. But yeah, I get home like, I don't know. I gotta come up with some good nighttime cooking routines.
Mm-hmm. You gonna be back on your food prep?
No, I'm not really into meal prep. I don't want to eat the same.
Ronnie hates the leftovers.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that I'm not like this like really focused meal prepper, but if I, same thing. If I had a chicken and I cooked a whole chicken, that would make it into a lot of different meals in a lot of different ways.
Uh-huh.
I'd eat that evening. Maybe I'd eat, a leg or a thigh. Then I might take a breast and like make chicken salad with the breast, or make a completely different dish with the breast as leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
A million things you can do. Maybe, same thing. You're just like by yourself, but you have like a leg and a thigh or some wings and a leg, and you like toss those in Frank's, and then that's your dinner, like, I'm with you though. Like care very little about cooking for myself when I'm by myself. I'm perfectly happy just making a sandwich, and doesn't bother me at all. Honestly, I eat the same sandwich every day. It doesn't even bother me. Like, I mean, eventually, if I was just by myself, I'd like get the itch to cook something, but then I would eat it over multiple days, I think.
Yeah, Rochelle, she does. She takes care of like the coffee in the morning, or she'll like, especially now that it's hot, she is really good about making batches of iced coffee. And so, me preparing for the week, I went to the store, and on my list of things I was going to get from the store, it was like a number of things that we needed for the day or for the next couple of days or whatever. And then at the bottom, I just said, meal stuff for me for the week. And the only thing I came back with was a gallon of iced coffee. And Rochelle was like, just like, what the fuck? She's like, I was like, well, I don't want to make the iced coffee myself, which it's not labor intensive. You literally just fill the thing, and add coffee to it. She was like, you're perfectly happy to wake up at 3:00 in the morning to start smoking a brisket, but you're not going to make yourself iced coffee. And I was like, yeah,
it's fair.
You have a good point.
Yeah,
but no, I'm not. So
wait, so you don't usually just buy, like, what would you buy if she was there?
I don't know. I'd like come up with some meals for the week.
You're just doing shopping for the house. What are you gonna get?
Yeah,
if you're just doing
eggs. Go through a lot of eggs. Maybe some like bacon, some proteins for the week. But yeah, and also like
veg maybe.
Yeah, and then, like I said, I am still trying to like figure out this new work schedule and meal schedule. So I've kind of been drawn some blanks a little bit. So I need some meal prep ideas for when I come home that don't require me like cooking a whole meal.
What about do you feel strongly about, I mean, if you just had some rice cooked,
yeah,
we typically have we'll make a batch of rice, eat it for dinner, and then eat it throughout the week as well. A couple days at least.
Well, actually, the great thing about the rice cooker is it'll maintain hot rice for like 48 hours. It's crazy.
You're going to make rice on Tuesday and then just scoop warm rice on Thursday?
It sounds crazy, but
that's wild.
I got a nice rice maker. It holds.
That's not food safe.
No, it is. It is. And it has a timer on it too. So I think in a lot of Asian households, I think it's very common to have just the rice cooker full of hot rice. I mean, eat rice every meal. So instead of making rice at every meal, you just have the rice ready. But I'm telling you, so I have a Zojirushi rice maker, and when you go and pull the rice out of there at 48 hours, it's damn near exactly the same consistency that it is when it's first ready.
That's so interesting.
It's not like, it's not mushy and gross. It's like still hot, still. I don't know. Rice cookers are a magic thing, and actually, you can cook in your rice maker like full meals. And this is something that I've talked with Rochelle about, maybe prepping out some things, because it still takes like an hour. And if I get home at, I don't know, after 9:00, and then you got to wait an hour for your meal, if I were to come home and like start it takes like an hour. Then I'm not eating till, almost 11:00.
Sure.
It's not really ideal when you're trying to go to bed at 11:30.
Yeah.
So.
And you're hungry. We got to fill that belly.
Yeah, I just want to get home and eat something right away. So something I've talked with Rochelle about, and we've done in the past, is you can throw in, you start your rice, you throw in like a chicken thigh, some veg, maybe some like scallions, things like that in there. And then in the water, you can add some like soy, or you can add some like dashi stock and cook it all together. And we've done it once before, and it comes out really good. Just like super easy, homey meal.
Nice.
So that's maybe an option. So
nice.
We'll see.
You do some crock pot stuff. You have a crock pot?
Yeah.
You're not a big crock pot guy?
No. Got the Instant Pot. I could do something.
Yeah, but like with the crock pot, you could like turn it on, like leave for right, as opposed to like the pressure cooker where maybe you could prep it ahead of time, but it would be in the fridge in the container, and then you would pop it into the Instapot, and then it would take I don't know, sometimes it takes 15 minutes just to get to the point where it started, right? And then you're kind of in the same position almost. Still going to take kind of an hour.
Maybe I can task rabbit somebody to go to my house and start the rice cooker or the Instapot. And then I come home and it's ready.
Is that an app?
Yeah, I've never used it, but it's an app where you can like hire somebody to like do tasks for you. Like you can go on there and you can hire somebody to like assemble your IKEA furniture if you're unable to do that.
It's pretty cool.
Or walk your dog, or hang a picture in your house. Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drive down to Raleigh maybe I will. Depending on how much money you pay me.
Like $12 or something.
Okay. Well, yeah, that'll probably pay for gas and
Is that pretty good?
Help me become more financially secure. $13. But you post your own.
I said 12. I said 12, not 13.
Yeah. Sorry.
Getting greedy.
You post your own thing, right? Like this is the task, and this is how many dollars that I am willing to pay for this task to be done.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, so you can say like, oh, I'm a handyman. I can install your doorknob.
Yeah. Ronnie is a handsy man. That's what we all know.
I charge a lot though. Brian, what do you know about animals?
I fuck with animals. Do you?
It's a whipped cream salmon animal fact of the week.
Woohoo! Yippee!
Brian, did you know that dolphins like to get high?
There's something floating deep in my memory about that. Do they play with a special fish or something?
They do. Dolphins use toxic pufferfish to get high. They deliberately handle pufferfish, causing them to release toxins as a defense mechanisms. And these toxins are deadly in high doses, but for dolphins, they make them hallucinate, and dolphins appear to enjoy it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Psychedelic dolphins.
Can we try that?
I don't know. I think it would probably kill us. I don't think we'd know how to handle it correctly.
I'm an okay swimmer, but I don't know that I could chase down a pufferfish.
Yeah,
sounds deep. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Is it all dolphins? I mean, it's part of their culture, or do you think it's only a subculture of stoner dolphins that do that?
It's probably a subculture.
Do you think their parents are upset with them when they puffer fish when they're supposed to be at school?
I think disappointed is probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably got their PlayStations taken away.
Yeah, grounded.
Ugh. It's the worst when you're a dolphin and you're just in your cave.
Trying to do hood rat shit with your friends and you get grounded.
when fish sleep, are they just floating in space? Like what is that? Or do they lay down?
I think some fish will like anchor themselves.
But dolphins have to breathe. They must have to be at the surface?
They just bob.
Yeah. Oh, that's a dead dolphin. Oh no, he's just sleeping.
He's sleeping.
Great fact, Ronnie.
Thanks, man.
Love dolphins.
They're cool.
They're one of the smartest animals, huh?
That's what they say.
Top five. I got a couple of elephant facts.
Okay.
You did a jumping elephant fact earlier in the pod. They're the only land mammal that can't jump.
Yep.
That was Ronnie's fact from a few eps ago. I have a few more here. These are kind of interesting.
Okay.
One, they drink up to 160 liters of water a day.
How many gallons is that?
42, Ronnie.
That's a lot of gallons, dude.
It's a lot of gallons.
42. That's a shitload of water.
They're big, but I mean, for a human to drink they kind of recommend you to drink a gallon of water a day. They even really recommend you to drink what is it? Your body weight in ounces. So if you're 150 pound, 150 ounces of water. It's a lot. That's more than a gallon for a 150 pound person.
I don't think it's accurate then. That's way too much water.
You never done it? I think you could do it.
I drink a lot of water, but it seems like a lot.
Dude, in the kitchen when you're hot, you'd be putting down quarts. You get 8 down real quick. 2 gallons.
Remember we used to do quart chugs at Plum Check?
Yeah. I remember grabbing everyone's shirt, chugging in their face.
Uh-huh. It's hard to chug a quart of water. I also think it's dangerous. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
I don't think it's supposed to be cold. I think room temp is safe.
I don't know. I remember there was that radio contest. It was called I don't know. It was hold your wee for a wee or something like that. And it was the contest was whoever drank the most water won a Nintendo Wii, and a woman died. She essentially drowned from drinking too much water. Crazy.
It's awful.
Yeah,
you know how much?
Terrible.
How many gallons? Probably not 42, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how many liters it was, but probably close to an elephant's amount of water.
Elephants are she can't do that.
She can't. She's not one of us.
It's 110 pounds. I weigh 2,000 pounds. That's what the elephants were saying. I got a couple more. They only sleep for 2 to 3 hours a day.
Really?
Crazy, right? And my dog sleeps 20 hours a day. So
I know.
That's crazy. You're not bored? What do you? You're just.
My dog just walked in the room. She's now sleeping.
Yeah. 10 seconds ago, she walked in the room. By second 15, asked
She's
out.
asleep.
Yeah. Also, elephants can hear sounds as low as 9 hertz, where the low end of a human's bass frequency that they can hear is 20 hertz, and that's really low. I think some people think that 30 is kind of the lowest. So, they're kind of a bunch of party animals, right? They're bass heads. They like that low bass. They sleep for 2 to 3 hours a day. They're responsible. They drink a ton of water. So, do your thing, elephants. So,
great memories.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're just fun to hug, too.
They are fun to hug.
Yeah.
Bathe.
What are you? Idiot.
You stupid idiot.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot. Of all the idiots, you stand alone.
It's the idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich.
Let's go.
I have one from old Chef Dylan. He told me this the other day. Dylan was the chef at the previous restaurant that I was working at. The person that he initially hired to replace me didn't pan out.
Oh,
but Dylan had asked this guy to go organize the walk-in. And he told Dylan that he couldn't do that because he didn't have a jacket. So
it's cold.
He was too cold. Not the freezer, just the normal, the regular old walk-in.
How is he going in there otherwise?
I don't know. I don't know. Never heard that. Never heard that one before. So idiot sandwich goes to that guy.
That's a fireable offense.
Yeah.
Can't go in the walk-in?
He doesn't work there anymore.
It's 100 degrees outside. We go out there all the time.
I know. I've
should have
never
brought a jacket.
I've never.
If you're going to require special treatment, you need to bring a jacket.
I've never in my life heard that I can't go in the walk-in. His name is Austin, by the way. I will put this guy on blast.
Austin,
sorry. You had big shoes to fill.
13s.
And you failed 14s, actually.
14s.
Idiot sandwich.
Holy.
Enjoy it.
I got one from the internet. This is funny. I made bolognese sauce for pasta a long time ago. Everything was just fine. The sauce was simmering. The pot was steaming. And I was busy cleaning some kitchen tools on the side. Then I went to stir the sauce. I have never burned my fingers so badly. You see, somewhere between I should stir it quickly and grabbing a wooden spoon, my brain went into a panic. I reached into the pot with my bare hand and submerged it, happily stirring the bolognese for about half a second until my pain receptors started screaming bloody murder at me. Up to today, I have no effing idea why my brain decided to take a hike on that one. At that split second, it made perfect sense to me. Stir the sauce by any means necessary.
Wow. Great job.
I mean, that sentiment happens sometimes, right? You're meant to do something that you're like, why the F did I do that?
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean, sucks to burn the F out of your hand because you just raw dogged some bolognese.
pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. I remember there was something I did, not that dumb, but I was cooking something, protein of some kind, or no, you know what? It was another cook came up to me and it was like maybe like a chicken breast, or maybe like a pork chop or something. And it had some kind of a sauce, like a glaze over it. Probably had like a pretty high sugar content. And I went to give it the old finger poke. And there's like the molten hot, sugary glaze on the top, stuck to my finger. And then they looked at me like, why did you do that? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It was really dumb.
I was testing it.
Really stupid.
That's hilarious.
So, I've definitely never submerged my whole entire hand into a pot of sauce, though.
Bolognese.
That's
thick.
That's
too,
incredibly
right?
dumb.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats. Now it's time for the Whipped Cream Salmon School for Cooks That Don't Cook Good.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. Let's go. Ronnie teased this one earlier.
Yeah, I talked about this earlier. It's a really awesome app. It's actually not an app. It's a website. The company is called Stadler Made, Stadler Made. Go to stadlermade.com and they have a pizza calculator. I have it saved to my home screen, so that's why I thought it was an app. But you can go on there and you can select what kind of a style pizza you want. You can choose from Neapolitan, New York, Neapolitan home oven, Canotto, which I'm not really sure what that is, Tonda Romana, and a gluten-free. And then so you select what kind you want. Then you can even select the type of yeast you're using. So you can say I'm doing instant dry yeast or fresh yeast or sourdough. And you can go through each of these. And there's also different, you can change the metric or imperial. And you can all you have to do is sign in or like create an account, and then you get like even more features for it. You don't even have to pay for anything, but you can just go in and say, okay, I'm going to make 15 pizzas, and you tell them how many grams you want your dough ball. And it'll give you like recommendations, and then it gives you like a full breakdown. So I said, I want 15 Neapolitan pizzas at 62% moisture, and it gives you like a full breakdown. I don't know if you can see that. It's backwards, but it gives you a full recipe breakdown of says 2,100 grams of flour, 1,300 grams of water, full breakdown. And it's really cool. They also have like really great videos online, so check it out. It's it's an awesome tool, and it's really spot on too. I've used it a number of times now. So
what hydration do you like?
I just go with the standard, whatever they recommend on there. For this one, the Neapolitan Home, it's set at 62%. So
okay.
And
nice.
I work in pizza now, but I haven't messed around enough with like the variables of the dough. I know that sometimes, depending on how hot it is, they'll lower the moisture content a little bit, makes it a little bit of a firmer dough, and gives it a little bit more, more leeway throughout the day, so it doesn't get super sticky.
Nice.
Yeah, go check it out.
Great tip. I will be
pizza
checking
calculator.
it out. Cool. My tip is about mastering the art of blooming aromatics and spices to enhance flavor, enhance depth of flavor. You're making a soup. You don't just take all the ingredients and put it in the pot and boil it. That's not going to get you a really good result. If you have a bunch of vegetables that you're going to cut up, you want to cut them up to a reasonable size, however big you want them to be. But then you want to sweat those in oil. And by sweat, I mean low temperature, releasing moisture from that. They're kind of cooking in their own moisture. You can even put a lid on when you're doing the sweating process. And then goes the liquid ingredients. And that really helps bring out different flavors. A lot of, there's 3 types of flavors that can get released: fat, alcohol soluble flavors, and water soluble flavors. So ideally you kind of want to hit all 3, but really getting the fat part and then the liquid part are 2 of the most important. But also I mentioned earlier, using spices, and this is common in different cuisines, but if you have some ground spices, not herbs, but spices, your cumins, your, turmeric, some stuff like that, and and you're about to cook, maybe some vegetables, maybe some meat, maybe like a dish that ends up saucy. You can start with some medium heat oil and then sprinkle those spices into that oil, and that will help release a bunch of flavor as well. Follow your recipe. This isn't going to work for everything. You don't want to burn a bunch of seasonings to the bottom of your pan before you sear your meat, for example. But if you have opportunities to release more flavor, you should think about the order in which you're adding things to get the most flavor out of said ingredients.
Yep, 100%. And on the spices, if you can, you get so much more flavor by toasting whole spices like whole cumin, whole
coriander,
things like that.
Cinnamon,
toast them in a pan before you're going to use them, and then grind them fresh. And the flavor difference, it really is pretty drastic. So anytime I have the opportunity to do that, and the extra time and effort, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Great job.
Well,
we did it.
That takes us to the end of the episode, y'all. big high fives all around.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Email us, whippedcreamsalmon@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, Whipped Cream Salmon Podcast. And I hope y'all join us next time. Sending lots of love out. And stay creamy.
Stay creamy, y'all.
Peace.